was oil change day. Got 2 for 1, both my truck and my wife's vehicle. Got those taken care of. So, you know, this is the off season for lawn care, so this is when I get caught up on all those things. Not that, you know, I don't get oil changes in the middle of the season or whatever, but it's a lot more complicated for me to coordinate my schedule to actually have time. You know, I usually do it like on a Saturday morning or something and make sure that we don't have plans to go somewhere or whatever, but it's just a lot more convenient now to get caught up on all these things, equipment maintenance, you know, business planning, all that stuff. So I really utilize my time as much as I can, even though it still seems like I'm not getting enough done or I'm not being as productive as I want to be, but as long as I keep moving and keep getting stuff done, you know, I just keep reminding myself that one more thing done is one less thing that I have to worry about, or one less thing that I have to try and get done tomorrow or whatever. So it's the same mentality I have to have for, you know, during the lawn care season. Like, even if it's raining or equipment goes down or something that, you know, would normally slow you down, and you get frustrated and you think, man, I just wasted a whole day, or, you know, I can't get as much done. My philosophy is always like, even if I can get 1 or 2 yards done, or 1 or 2 you know, services done, whether it's trimming shrubs or if I'm cleaning something up or whatever it is, depending on the time of the year, if I can just get one of those things done, that's one less thing I have to add to the next day, you know, or whatever. Because, you know, if it's raining, then you just end up tacking everything on to the next day, and it kind of pushes everything back. So I just use that philosophy to try and keep myself in as much of a positive mindset as I can, which is, you know, even if you can only do one thing today, that's one less thing you have to do tomorrow. Even though I have an office now at home, which I love it, and, you know, it's almost 100% furnished and complete so that it's fully functional, sometimes the way my mind works, I still have to get out of the house and go to the library, because it's the only way that I find that I can actually be productive and just separate myself physically and mentally from any distractions so I can actually get work done. Hopefully I'll be able to just stick to just using my home office, but some things are really important and I just really need to focus on them, and I try and I end up just wasting my time trying, so I really need to do whatever I need to do to stay focused. So I got a little bit done at the library. I feel a little bit better, but to me it's all about making progress and taking off bite-sized pieces little at a time, just making some sort of forward progress. You know, I mean, I've got a couple of months of pretty open availability, so it's not really something I'm overly concerned about, but I want to just make sure that I am making progress, some kind of progress, even if it's the smallest amount, every day, so that I can achieve what I need to this off season. Well, I'm heading out to get a couple more leaf cleanups done. Again, I've said in the past that I don't have a whole lot of leaf cleanups because I have my clientele set up that way. You know, they're in certain neighborhoods, certain types of yards where there's just not a whole lot of trees, and if there is, you know, they have woods in the background, some sort of natural area where I can just blow the leaves to, or the little bit of leaves from the, you know, couple of trees that were planted there when the house was constructed only drops a little bit of leaves, and, you know, I just mulch those up as I go along towards the end of the season, and there's really nothing left at the end. And if there is, they'll just rake it up themselves, or, you know, it just kind of ends up blown away or whatever. So it's really not that much for me to do for fall leaf cleanup, which is why there hasn't been much video footage of it, and I haven't talked about all that much because there just really isn't any of that for me to do. So that's what forces me to think of other things to do as well for my business, and what can I do, how can I structure my business so that I can keep generating revenue, even though I don't have specific services that I can really offer. I mean, now I can go to other neighborhoods where they're in a more natural area and there's woods everywhere and there's just leaves all over the place, but that would be a whole another thing. I would have to have a whole new setup. I'd have to have a different type of trailer, or at least build, construct a box and put it on my trailer. I have to get it back, so I can suck everything up. I mean, it's a whole another business setup. that I don't have, and I don't want to invest in that right now because that's just not the direction that I want to even go for my business. I want to, like I said in previous videos, want to stick to turf care and turf care only, which does consist of, you know, cleaning up the leaves and making sure that that kind of maintenance stuff is done, but I just make sure that I have the right yards so that the lawns need to be catered to, need to be well manicured all year round, and there's not a whole lot of leaves that even fall on those properties, so I don't have to worry about it. So that's just me. Everyone has different situations, everyone has different areas that they live in, you know. Put that there so that I don't forget to get more.